New York City. Um, we're going to do a short live stream. I wanted to talk about the project. I've been looking for a word uh, to try to define what the project, the fiscal project is. And what do I mean by fiscal? Well, I mean kind of to make sure that what was promised um, will be delivered. And if it's not, and I'm talking specifically about the Trump um, campaign promises, just a little reminder, we have been organizing what comes next after backing up Trump's campaign during the last 4 or 5 months with something called Voto Latinos for Trump, or Voto Latinos para Trump. As community, as grassroots effort, doing live streams, educational live streams, and explaining the platform, campaign platform, to the Latino community in Spanish. My name is Professor Raul Morris. I am one of those educated Latinos who voted for Mr. Trump and who seriously uh, believe he is the best decision at this time for not just the US, for the world. I know that a lot of people, I got a lot of shit, I got a lot of shit from people um, really about me. I'm a community organizer. I've been a community leader and activist for more than 30 years, right? And a lot of people were really surprised when I backed Trump. And I was really shocked to think that it wouldn't be the obvious choice. And why? Because the disaster of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden still today, I mean, we are still in November and they're still doing horrible, disgusting, criminal like behavior crap. I mean, this whole allowing Ukraine and this whole allowing Netanyahu and this whole allowing all of this censorship that is going on in social media, and how it's turned the republic, and I'm talking about the United States of America, in this police state, and how disgusting that is for the future generations, how they have occupied. Remember Occupy Wall Street, and remember Occupy Oakland? I was there with Occupy Oakland, and I was there with Occupy Wall Street, and I marched with them, and I marched with the communities when they were doing Black Lives Matter, and I marched with the fucking communities when they were going against all of the wars. I've been against war for the last all my life. My first major protest was against George W. Bush, father. That was my first protest against the war, against the first Iraq war. Man, it's crazy how this party, the media that recycles their garbage, and the people are still doing exactly the same thing that, from my perspective and my interpretation and my analysis, really took them downhill. And this is what pretty much all the stuff that they're still doing, all the censorship, all the criticizing, all the persecution, all the attempts to incarcerate people who think differently from them. Everything that they weren't, or maybe they were and I just didn't notice. Maybe I just didn't notice that Democratic Party and even the Republican Party were precisely, gangsters. So, making this short, part of what we're going to do in the next 2 years, and why the next 2 years? Because of the midterm election. So, if the sabotaging gets blown out of proportion, the government sabotaging, the Democratic sabotaging, all of these shows and TVs and social media continue to sabotage towards the Trump campaign, I think it's going to give Trump more ammunition to grow. I think that people should do what is best for America at this time, and ending the war is best for America. Ending the wars and the genocides is best for America. Providing the services that people need, getting our vets out of the streets, getting the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people out of the street, bringing jobs back to the U.S. I don't see why doing that, which is what should have done. This is what Biden and Kamala Harris should have done, what they preached they were going to do. And I'm not even talking about Puerto Rico. Nothing was done during the last 4 years regarding about, Puerto Rico and the whole devastation of post-Hurricane Maria and the earthquakes and the COVID and, the closings and the economic disaster. So we're going to leave it there. But this is pretty much what we're going to do. We sponsored and we backed and we talked about the positives of deciding that Trump is now, in 2 months, the next president of the US. We're going to keep helping bring the message to the Latino community. Absolutely. And we're going to make sure that it doesn't become a vindictive. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. I hope that what's supposed to happen is that everything's focused on getting the U.S., America, and the world back on track. So, thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you guys in a minute. Leave you here with some of our ads precisely. Take it easy.